Dear students, in this video lecture, let us understand what are the factors for the plant selection of thermal power plant. The factors that affect the thermal power plants are as follows. First one is availability of fuel, then transportation, availability of water, ash disposal, nature of plant, space area. Let us examine one by one. Availability of fuel. What is availability of fuel? The sites selected should have abundant source of fuel, generally coal, petroleum and natural gas. Now we should have around 1 month period of stock, 1 month period of stock in our coal yard if I am using a coal, or 1 month fuel that should be there in my site. Recently we have seen the lockdown. During that there is no transportation, so I should have a coal yard. So the yard coal has been said. If it is a liquid fuel or gaseous fuel, we will have the tankers where it has been stored. So it has been given a thumb rule, minimum 1.5 to 2 months stock one should be having. The steam power plant using coal as a fuel needs around 1500 tons of coal for every 100 megawatt of power generation. This is a little bit difficult to understand. Let us understand by one more factor called as evaporation ratio. Evaporation ratio is a useful tool which is used in the power plant for evaluating the performance. It is the steam generated to the fuel burned. Means if I am burning 1 kg of fuel, what is the steam generated? So it is a ratio of the steam generated to the fuel, and that is around 4 to 6.5. If it is a indigenous, I am going to get a 4. If it is foreign coal, I am going to get a 6.5. Depending on whether you are using what type of coal, we can just examine. Second one is the transportation. Generally, the coal yard will be far away from the power plants. So a transportation is a must. Though having a plant, a fuel source does not require transportation of fuel, it may be required from place to use. So this leads a high transmission. If there is no coal yard in Mangalore, there is no coal mines. We have to get a Ramagundam coal from either from Andhra Pradesh, or we have to get it from Chhattisgarh. So it is minimum requirement by the road transport, right? The coal cannot be transported to the pipelines, so coal has to be transported by road. So this is the main way of transporting the coal. What is this one? Ropeway. What is meant by ropeway? The ropeway is a coal, the way of transporting the coal on railway, where it is the coal yard is nearby and your site. Then the power plant, those power plants can use the ropeway. Sea transportation. What is this sea transportation? Sea transportation is generally used when I am having the transportation of the coal from foreign countries. Let us see what is the availability of water. So when I am talking of availability of water, every time I should see the water is available near to my plant. So any river or source of water should be there. Kali river is there in near Dandeli, Netravati for UPCL. So any one of the river source should be there near to our power plant. A steam power plant requires high volume of water. What is the high volume means? What is the high volume means? It is given an estimation 1 ton of steam is generated by 1.1 ton of water is required. Water is required means it is not exactly by generating, by having 1 ton of water I will get 1 ton of steam. It is not that one. So for that high volume means more than uh, the steam to generate, I should have little more water source. So about 50 to 60 ton of water per hour is required for every 100 megawatt of power developed as cooling water and makeup water. A good quality of drinking water is also required. So why it is drinking water is required? Because the drinking water is different from the fuel, the water which is used in the furnace. This drinking water are having the minerals, and the water that is used for the plant are non-minerals, means they are removed all the minerals before supplying to the furnace. Next one is the ash disposal. How the ash is, we have seen in the last video, there is a formation of ash, whether it's indigenous coal or it is a foreign coal. So it is around 20 to 30%. If it is a foreign coal, we may have little less, that is around 10%. The ash has to be disposed of several thousand tons, because ash will be formed around 20 to 30%. Sometime this ash will be taken away by the cement factory, but a minimum quantity as a binders they want, but not all ash. So ash has to be dumped, or it has to be made used by making the bricks and all. So it has to be removed from that place. Hence the site selection should have the proper provision for the disposal of ash. The nature of land. What is the nature of land? It should have the good bearing capacity, means it should withstand all the earthquake. It should not be in the plant should be not in the earthquake zone, and it should take the whole load, and it should have the dynamic forces. The bearing capacity is 10 kg for. So for that purpose, the people generally do the soil test, whether the soil is having odd pH. Accordingly the fabrication or the material selection for the plant has been done. Next one is the space area. The steam power plant needs maximum space area for all power plants, and this includes the area for the coal yard, because I told around 1 and 1.5 month stock should be there. That's why. And the machinery, the equipment, machinery means turbines are there, pumps are there, condensers are there, right? And a cooling tower. This also occupy maximum space. And ash disposal, because I cannot dispose the ash or handle the ash near to the power plant because of the PCB norms. I should have this ash disposal or ash dumping or ash transmission away from them. And moreover, I should have a residential purpose area. So about 500 acres of the land is necessary for every 100 megawatt of power generated.